Hello everyone, very warm greetings to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga. Now don't get scared, but we're looking at Freddy Hardest in South Manhattan, published by Dinamic Software in 1989. Reviewed this game already on the ZX Spectrum and it wasn't very good. We'll see what it looks like in 16-bit land though. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. The Spectrum version was very difficult. Also came out on the Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST and DOS I think. And I think there's a version of this known as Guardian Angel on the Commodore Amiga. So let's get going. Here I am. Oh my god. It's a two-player game, but I'm the only one here. This looks quite bummer. The thing with the Spectrum version was it was bad, but the background was pretty good. The background doesn't look good here. Sounds look like they're taken from some sort of sound library. They're not particularly great. Let's see how the thing goes. Now, there's two dragons down the bottom. I think this was supposed to become kind of double dragon clone initially. So I can kick and I can punch. You see my energy bar in the middle in red gradually going down. If I stay out of trouble long enough, which is hard because there's too many people fighting you, the energy level will go back up again. Now, I do know a cheat for infinite lives if we don't get very far, but it's based over a number of stages where Freddy here, oh goodness, must defeat a number of gangs. This game's terrible. Anyway, better beat 'em ups are available. If you had this one back in the day, let me know. How far am I going to get on this? The sound's terrible. I mean, they could have done some music maybe instead. The Commodore Amiga could do so much better than this thing. My complaint on the Spectrum version was you had to fight too many forklifts turning up. I've been run over. You had to fight so many people turned up at the same time, making the game practically impossible, and it was way too difficult. Looks like that might have been carried over to the Amiga version as well. Now, if you had this on the Amstrad CPC or the Atari ST or anything, then let me know. Was it as bad as this thing? It's extremely frustrating. Let's not split hairs here. It's absolutely terrible, isn't it? It's awful. Try and find something good about this. It doesn't feel like a Spectrum game. Not Spectrum, well, a Commodore Amiga game. It doesn't feel like any game that should exist. Here's our bonus. We've cleared the stage. Hooray for us. Dynamic Software in 1989. If I spent my pocket money on this game, I would have cried. And I probably would have taken it back to the shop or something, because that's what these reviews are all about. There's nothing good I can say about this thing at all. If you can think of anything good, then let me know in the comment section below. Now, quite often we might have different ideas about games. It's all about nostalgia as well. So if you owned this game back in the day, you might have liked it and evoking more memories. But me, it's just a frustration fest. I think this guy can only get beaten by kicking him in the head. There we go. I'm being chased by a guy with a chainsaw as well. We've got one life left. You can see on the dragon on the left in green, and I've died. Game over, and there's a sword there, right? And we got to level 2. Right, I'll put in my name, then we'll put in the cheat for infinite lives to try and see a bit more of this. But I don't think it's a game I would have persevered with, and I don't think many kids would have seen it beyond level 1. Am I being too harsh on this? I think it's really bad. Now, I don't swear on this channel, so it is family friendly if you want to introduce your kids to it. But it's quite tempting here. Now, this version, I think, is a Spanish version. The English version is called Guardian Angel, so you might have accidentally come across it as something else. Right, the cheat should be in now. Let's go. Energy level's still going to go down, but I've got an infinite amount of lives. I'm wearing nice yellow boots. Freddy Hardest, probably Freddy Softest, I think, as some people said on the Spectrum review. And you were quite correct. You might want to say it on this one as well. So, is the Commodore Amiga version better than the Spectrum version? No. Graphically, it's more colourful than that version. The Spectrum was very monochrome, but the problems in the gameplay remain the same, and that you get surrounded by too many people and your dog food essentially, or fish food because you get chucked into the harbour. Bad. If I was doing a stinker stream, this could probably be in it. It qualifies for that. Quite often the game's graphics might not be quite as good, but if the playability's there, I'd enjoy it. This hasn't got playability at all. Graphically, it could be a little bit better as well. See, there goes. My energy's going up a little bit there because I stood still. There's the forklift. Can I get out of the way? No, it doesn't look like you can get out of the way at all. Now, the original game on the Spectrum was just called Freddy Hardest. I don't think that version made it to the Amiga. Basically, Freddy crash landed on an alien planet, and you had to fight your way through different aliens to get to side 2 on the tape, and then be victorious there. I don't think this game was originally made with Freddy Hardest in mind, because it's a bit of an unusual sequel to that game. I'm never going to fight my way out of here, am I? Right. Lives should stay on 5. I think it does, right. So we'll do at least 3 stages, but this won't be a complete walkthrough at all, because I couldn't take it that far. Stage cleared. What music could they have put on this? I don't know. Something fancy. There's that guy. We'll try and beat him another way, but we know already only kicks in the head kill him for some reason. And he'll keep turning up throughout the game. There's a guy behind me with some sort of sword, but fortunately, when we do kill that guy, he doesn't turn up. Well, he will turn up again, but that particular clone is defeated, so we're done. But I'm gradually going backwards here. Don't go backwards. There's no reason to go back to the left again. Yeah, we're anti-progressing here. I think I'm on the previous stage now. Right, come on, Fred. He's a bit like the Fred from Scooby-Doo, isn't he? This is what I would like to happen to Fred. Mate, it'd be good if you could select Shaggy instead there, or Velma. But these sounds, though, they look like they're just taken from a PD, public domain database, rather than any fault's been taken out of them. You know. It's like something like Casio keyboards, someone's pressing buttons. You know those sound effects keyboards? Boom, boom, boom. Shoo, shoo. I don't know what he's saying. There's a lot of pipe work there. If you want a game with good pipe work in it, check out Pipe Dreams. Now we kill these rats. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. And we're losing energy on these guys. Right. You know when you kick a rat, not that you do it just sounds like that. There's this guy again, and I hear a chainsaw. Well, that's a good chainsaw effect. That's the best chainsaw effect in the game. But when I get a chainsaw up my bum, that's going to end the go. Oh, I got killed by that ponytail freak. Right. South Manhattan. If you're from South Manhattan, let me know. But I have been told that this wasn't supposed to be in South Manhattan. It was supposed to be in Montevideo by some Uruguayan company. But before it got published by Dinamic Software, they wanted it to change to South Manhattan. I think that's what someone said in the comment section in the Spectrum version. So there we go. Just passing that on. What might have lifted this if, like Double Dragon or the Renegade games on the Spectrum, there was an opportunity to pick up a club or an axe. Well, maybe a bit like Streets of Rage as well. If you had a weapon you could throw at people, it might make it a little bit easier and a bit more playable, but it's just not playable. Bearing in mind I'm playing this with a cheat on now for infinite lives, I still hated it and I just want to get out. If I wasn't doing a review for you, I probably would have only gone about 3 minutes in and then I would have got out of here completely. It's a grind fest and not a particularly exciting grind fest, and there's no real ender level bosses to try and an incentive to try and complete the game. And although I haven't completed it and I won't complete it here, I'm presuming the game over sequence, if there is one, will be a bit of an anticlimax as well. As you can tell, I hate this thing. It's awful. But, you know, stick by your guns. If you like it, let me know in the comment section below. Equally, if you hate it as well, you go both all guns blazing in the comment section. Why do you hate it? Well, I know why you hate it. Any one of a number of infinite reasons. Yeah, but certainly wouldn't like this, but I'm a bit two-faced it, because there's a game called Dragon Ninja. It wasn't quite as advanced as this. It probably played a bit better. I like that, but I don't think I paid any money for it. I think I had that as a copy. Right, shall we do one more stage? One more stage to see if it changes? We know it doesn't change. Look, it's that forklift again. And it's the same people fighting over and over and over again. But you might say, Nick, all fighting games are the same people over and over and over again. Well, that's right, I suppose. I can't knock it down for that. There's a guy in that forklift. Looks like he's got he had a Christmas cracker on his head. Let me through here. Here he comes. We need to get out of the way. There we go, he's crashed into that bit there. So we're going by the docks in South Manhattan, or is it Montevideo? I don't know, one of the two. Energy bar's going down. We've lost about 1,006 lives. I might be exaggerating there. Right, we'll just get to the end of this level and then we'll get out of here. And I probably need a stiff drink by the end of this. I haven't got any stiff drinks in. I'll have to go out and get a pint of Southern Comfort, but not from the pub though, because it's too expensive. I read an article the other day that pints, because pubs are trying to recruit money from the lost revenue of the COVID at time of recording, and some pubs are charging £7 a pint. Well, I'm certainly not going to pay that much. I'm in the supermarket and I've lost my boots. Yeah, supermarket beer for me. I can't go to the pub for £7. That's just crazy. I'd like to support the pubs, but I can't afford that sort of thing on my money. Right, anyway. Oh, chainsaw again? Or is it an animal from Jurassic Park? Or is it that cow from Hard Driving? No, it could be used for either, but it's being used for a chainsaw. You know a game's good when you can't tell the difference between a chainsaw and a cow noise. Do your own moo noises at home. Unless you're not at home, you might be listening to this on the bus or the train. Hope you haven't got the sound up. But anyway, just say moo and everyone will be looking at you as some crazy hoodlum fool. Oh man, get me out of here. We gotta get out of this game. If it's the last thing we ever do. Out of all the Amiga's back catalogue, there are quite a lot of stinker games out there, but you know, there's quite a lot. There's a few good. Well, there's quite a lot of good ones, but a lot of disappointing ones. It was the Amiga. It was quite easy to end up with a stinker game because there were so many ones that were terribly executed for no reason at all. They didn't need to be this bad. It's just they seemed like lazy releases. But anyway, so that's that stage done. We're not going to go any further because I don't think any of us can take it, in particular me. So I hope you liked having a look at that game. Well done for watching this far in the video, if indeed you're still there. This was Freddy Hardest in South Manhattan on the Commodore Amiga, published by Dinamic Software in 1989. In my opinion, a truly awful, awful game. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, don't have nightmares, and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.